This is help with the outline the implications of the procedural changes you suggested question. So again, it's 8 marks, and what I've got here is what we wrote just before for the improvements question, because it's better to look at this to then know what you can say in implications. So an implication of improving the sample to 100 people with who have had the split brain procedure is that it becomes more representative of all people who have had the procedure, and therefore results about how they perform on the visual and tactile tasks and the lateralization of functioning can be generalized. A negative implication, in fact I might put the positive there, so positive implication. So a negative implication of trying to recruit 100 people. Oh, in fact, no, I won't put that. I'll put however. However, it could be very difficult to recruit 100 people who have had the split brain procedure and want to take part in a study on lateralization. The functioning as the procedure is quite relatively rare. So that's that one. And then what have we got left? So we've got from being different areas. So a positive implication of improving the sample by recruiting people who have had brain procedure, the split brain procedure from other countries is that it is less likely to be ethnocentric, and so results about lateralization of functioning can be generalized to explain all people's positive implication, improve the sample by recruiting people who have had the split procedure from other countries. So it's less likely to be ethnocentric, and so results about can be generalised to, let's just put everyone. So that's all the sample stuff done. I mean, actually, you could go into saying about the advertisement being a self-selected sample, volunteer sample. Let's do that as well, just so that we do them all. Positive implication of recruiting a sample using volunteer sampling is that sample is less likely to suffer attrition as participants are more likely to take the study seriously as they want to take part, as they have come to the researcher to take part. However, the volunteer sample from a local newspaper, it probably would have been better to say national newspaper really, but it's too late now, we've already done it. For a volunteer sample from a local newspaper is likely to be biased and lack population validity, as it will only be seen by certain types of people, and so the results about their lateralization of functioning may not be generalizable to oh, we're in England, so it is this, not that, to everyone. Okay, so that's that bit done. Let's go with this bit. So we've got an improvement will be to improve the ecological validity. So by conducting the tasks in participants' homes would improve the ecological validity of results about lateralization functioning, as they may be more comfortable in their own environment, and so therefore less likely to show characteristics by perhaps saying they didn't see the dollar sign when they actually did, because they want to displease the researcher. In fact, let's say saying that they did see the question mark, well, they won't be able to do that because they haven't actually seen it. So yeah, we'd have to just leave it as that. But they didn't see the dollar sign, and they actually did because they want to displease the. Let's change that. So by selecting an object from the grab bag, by guessing and selecting an object from the grab bag, even though I don't know that work though. Yeah, so selection by guessing, select an object from the grab bag, by guessing perhaps, but what was shown in the left visual field, as they cannot say it, and so on, need to say it as the true response, that they didn't see anything, and put, so let's say, so we've got, right, so therefore let's try by guessing. So therefore, unless it's determined by guessing what was shown in life visual field, as they cannot say it. And so like here's the research. See that this will make sense. Culture in their own environment. Let's just do a new sentence because it's getting quite long. So therefore, participants. Well, let's judge man characteristics such as guessing what's in the left visual field, as they cannot say until I see the truth. They didn't see anything to please the researcher. Yeah, that's right. However, there is less control in a participant's home, and so it may be more difficult to establish causality between to perhaps there to gain valid results. I can't really say causality because the ivy is not actually occurring, it's whether you've got to put brown on that, and so it doesn't really make much sense. So there's less controlling participants home, so it may be more difficult to gain valid results about naturalisation of functioning as participants could be as extraneous, get some terminology in there, variables such as participants being distracted by others or noise in the home would cause them to perform worse on the tasks and therefore not be due to their brain being split. Okay. So it's getting quite long now. So I'll do like too much and then basically you don't actually have to do that much. So by improving the mundane realism, let's put that, by conducting more realistic tasks, the results, such as getting a cup from liquid would be more gain more valid results. As participants are less likely to show demand character. In fact, this point's just going to repeat. I might just not bother with this one. It's long enough as it is. Yeah, that's fine. Basically, in that one, you'd say if you're improving the mundane realism, it's the same thing. You're going to get more valid results, but less likely to show demand characteristics. Because if it's unnatural, they're going to feel uncomfortable. So it's more realistic tasks they can actually perform how they would in the real world. So they're applicable to bilateralisation is in the real world, but they still have to have an eye patch on or be fixed in a certain point of view if it was vision, or if they were trying to pick something up that they weren't looking at. So it's a bit more difficult to explain that on, so we'll leave that one out. That's enough for 8 marks. If we have a look at here, it says description of implication is accurate, which is true. It's clear and linked to the study evidence throughout. It is. We've talked about tasks and visual fields and question marks and dollar signs and things like that. Details appropriate to the time allowed. Understanding is very good. Expression and use of psychological terminology is good. It's competently structured but organised and grammatically correct. So that's that question.